You are now watching the 2023 season of Farming with Duffy Ag.
Welcome back to the channel. So we got back last night. Got the low boy back here. We're gonna put the hay head on. I'm pretty sure I boxed the hay head in, so we got to mess around with that. It is foggy this morning. The boys should have started chopping at Mattis's, and we got grass to chop at another farm. So appreciate you guys watching along. We're gonna get the 27, hopefully start it up and figure it out. Aaron did say he was gonna come over, give me a hand, which now that I think of where it really is, probably do need a hand. I am hoping I can sneak through there and get it out, but I'm not really sure. We had a heavy dew this morning, but yeah, still very foggy. And otherwise I gotta take that white truck off to move one of the trailers. I honestly don't remember how I laid these out, but my thought was I wasn't gonna need the heads for a while, and box them in. Oh yeah, we'll be able to fit through here. So, especially this swings out of the way, one way or another. But we gotta get this head, not that head, because this head is not set up yet. We gotta change how the gearbox angle is. I would love to be running this head because it's a better head, it rides nicer. We're running the small head, which isn't the worst thing. Well, I figured the easiest way probably to get in there is a mini excavator. Get in, slide that one back, pick up the other one, and then turn it out and be able to load it with the tractor itself. So we'll go grab the mini, be good to go. Well, that worked, we got it out. Use the tractor to load it. Oh, is it?
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Got it on. So the question is it high enough that we can slide on the low boy, or we gotta adjust the chain pump? Either way, we're getting it. Hank was out for a joyride. Missing 4 nuts off the chopper to hold that top piece. I just found 2 of them sitting on the trailer, so they must have vibrated off. I don't see any more, but we got the head strap down. Driveway goals. We'll get going. Got it loaded down. Got everything good. Just need some coolant. And we got to grease the cutter house cross shaft in the top. So everything else looks good to go. Everything's greased. So I'll start it up and set it down. She is ready to rock and roll. Ran through, greased, cleaned out the inoculant tank, made sure the check ball and the gauge, I'll show you when we're in it, that's all good. Head works, chop's good. A little smoky, but it did sit outside for a while. There's no covers on the exhaust, so gotta get another American flag. The one that was on it is a little beat up, and you know, it's been on there for 4 years, so should be good to go. I'm gonna run through this truck because gentleman's actually gonna run that, and yeah, then we'll be a good place. So adjust the brakes, check the fluids, and probably tape that fuel up some more. And we're off. Hopefully the motor clears up after a little bit. It's been sitting, that's the biggest thing, but we're cruising. We're going north a little bit. Holy smokes, a little bouncy. At 16 miles an hour, it takes me a little bit to get places, but yeah, I take it my AC is not going to work as good as it should. It has sat for a year, so we'll do a little sweating in here. Well, we're doing it. We're chopping. Hopefully we have an uneventful day. But I don't know how many acres we really got to chop, or I'm just here to fill in when the 940 is staying busy in corn. Hopefully this all works out for everybody. I do have my truck running to my right. Aaron's got one of his guys running it. John does watch the channel, so it's cool. Pretty much as far as some of my equipment. The actual camera on the spout has moisture in it now, so we'll have to get a new one because it's a little off color, but somewhere in front of us. This grass, actually, some of it got mowed this morning, like early this morning. Christian was out mowing. I passed them last night. They were coming through town with both the wagons, and yeah. Excited. First load headed out. It's a good feeling. Merger, taking those outside rows, just pushing it over for me. They were a little tight together. I chopped off this one last pass, but I'll give you guys a view of that. Loading the truck pretty good. It's tough holding a camera. That's why I had you guys on the suction cup. So he's all finished up, I believe. He got everything merged over there, and on to the next field. Got the boss man out here, actually pulling my head together. That's the first stuff that's really been like that. this field all wrapped up. We gonna go up the road for another one. I guess there's 2 more fields. So sending my silage truck back, and Aaron's actually running what I forget what they call it now. I'll put it in the bottom. But he usually hauls sawdust with that primarily, keeps it out of the fields, just to keep that box from, fields get really rough if you guys don't know, so keeping that box all together to have that truck as that purpose. So he hauls quite a bit of sawdust. Well, alrighty, we're gonna go up the road, go over and see how much more we got. We're definitely on some hillside. That's level. As you see, he's up a lot higher. They did merge it down the hill, so we don't actually have to go up on the steepest parts. We got the top and the bottom, but yeah, back into some hillsides. So, machine's been running very good, which I'm very, very happy about it. Slight hiccups and stuff like that, but nothing that prevented me from running. So, like, radiator, the covers get built up with the drier grass, and the head I might have to adjust the slip clutch a little bit. But other than that, just been hammered, and we need to fix the AC. Well, it needs to be recharged. It's got a small leak. It lasts about 8 months, so then it's time for a recharge. Oh, he's already pulling in. Had a minute. Pick up my screens. Look at that. That's normal for him though. So, come on, Yanko. I'm gonna chop the flat stuff into him because that's an air ride truck, and then I'll chop the hillside into my truck since it's a Camelback. Less sketchy on the hills. I didn't even realize we had any mud right there, and I think Dale is stuck. I'm gonna go with stuck, and I do not have a chain. We got a few minutes hanging out. Since I had the other truck loaded, then we just pulled the other truck out and he sent it back. So my game plan here, we took two rows off here, so they merged them down or up based on it. There's a dog up there. He hasn't seen it yet. Take those 2 rows off into the Mac, and then these bottom ones can go into the yellow truck, and then we just got to do the hillside up, hillside down, and the top. I don't know. I think there's 5 windows up there, so that dog doesn't even know we're here, or doesn't even care. Sniffing for something, and you haven't even seen it. So old girl's running good. We got to adjust the slip clutch on the head. I think that's really my biggest thing, and get a new camera for the spout. Can't see nothing, but we got a chain now on it, so Aaron says we're big time in it. So he was headed to go check on the corn guys at Eric's place there. And yeah, they've been straight out after it there, so that's for day 1. They did do all these day 1 pictures, so I'll have to show you guys those. We'll get them all, and we'll put them in the link of the guys that have been on the channel. He's really confused on what's up there, but yeah, I'm gonna hang out for a little bit. We got this left here, and then we got 1 more, so hopefully we can get it all done and have a good day. What time is it right now? Actually 6:30. So usually we quit at 7. I don't know, we'll probably push right through, get this job done. No point in messing around. Then I can take that back to Aaron's, and it's probably going to get loaded on the low boy, and it's going to go to another job a little distance away. If it was Aaron's chopper that boogies, that's one thing. 16 miles an hour, take me 2-3 hours, probably 2.5 hours to get to where I need to go. So 60 miles an hour on a low boy is a lot better off. Well, that is majestic. You guys can't even see it, but it looks good. These will be our last loads. We got to fix the backup lights. The connectors are bad. One got dragged, one is bad. But this will be our last load. this truck and then the other truck, and then we'll be done for tonight. Truck driver's got to get home, which we've had a long day, which isn't bad. Loading it. Once the sun goes down, it's actually good visibility on the camera. In the morning, I'm gonna tighten up the slip clutch on the head itself. Yeah, probably eight to 10 loads left is what we figure, and then this is going to the next job for more hay. We'll probably chop some corn in between, but been a good day with the old girl. Last load headed out, and as you see, our lights are very minimal. None of the work lights are working, so I don't know if I got a fuse that's blowing, a wire that's chewed, or something. Since they should all turn on when I do that. I did have this happen once before, and I couldn't remember what it was. But alrighty, we're gonna go park this up by the service truck, get the service truck. My red Mac is actually on its way back to Aaron's. Driver that was driving that, same with that Mac, has to go run sawdust, I believe, tomorrow. So we'll probably have a different truck running with us. About 10 loads left, like I said, and we'll probably get right into hauling corn silage after. Yeah, was a good first day of running this in the last year. So this has not seen feed in the last year, and honestly, I couldn't have asked for a better day. Really minor things, like the light's not working, stuff like that. That stuff's minor. So very pleased. Well, I went to Tractor Supply and got some grain, because actually ran out of some grain for the calves, and they know it. So I don't know, they're on the pasture somewhere, but maybe they'll come down. Y'all want some grain? I don't know, maybe. I gave them some grain, and I don't know if they're gonna come down off pasture. I can see the outline of them. They're hanging out on pasture. Alrighty, I appreciate you guys watching along. Very excited that the day went as well as it did. Always nervous, especially after being a year of not running the machine, and having mice in it the other day. But that puts us in a very good spot. And honestly, we are, I think, how dirty are you guys? That's better. Yeah, honestly, we're in a very good spot, and we got some opportunity to run some more. They're probably going to take it. So it's going to be a long fall, because once we get done with this, we got silage still for quite a bit. Then we got to get into combining. So we got to do some work on the combine. But once we get corn silage done, then I can have some help on some things, because we got to actually pull that feeder housing out and mess with the combine. So alrighty, I appreciate it. And I was hoping they'd come down, but they're content. I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good one.